So, 14 months later, a next-gen upgrade, absolutely no new content, and Cyberpunk 2077 is still unplayable. So welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077. In this video, I want to talk to you about my quote-unquote next-gen experience. And just quickly, before we go any further into the video, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. All support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description, and let's get into it. So I launched this game having heard good words about the next-gen version, and it felt really good at the beginning, and it didn't last too long at all. I really wanted to get into this game on console. I played quite a few hours on PC, never completed the game or anything like that, but considering CDPR have been working on the game for the last 14 months, bug fixes, balance adjustments, all that sort of stuff, you would think they would at least have the console version of the game in a stable condition. But it just didn't work out like that, and seeing bugs within the first hour of gameplay, it just sets the tone for the rest of the game. And even if I was to continue playing, I can't enjoy the experience that I'm being offered. And I'm just so glad that when they released the next gen upgrade, the game was half price. If I would have paid £50 for this, I would have been incredibly pissed off. So I jump into the game, everything going really smooth, and then after about half an hour, I started noticing the issues. I only had one minor bug, and that's where Jackie drops you off at your apartment, and in the car, for some reason, he had a gun in his hand whilst he was driving. And I thought, okay, it's a minor bug, it doesn't affect gameplay or anything like that, I can move on from it. And that's when the big issue came about. And this bug takes all of the enjoyment out of the game, it ruins the entire experience, and because there are different dialogue options and stuff, you don't have a fucking clue what's going on. So this bug, I hope they get it fixed, but they possibly won't because they've been working on the game for over a year already. And they still never managed to get this issue sorted. I don't know how, I don't know how many people it's affecting, but it is a game-breaking bug. And that is when you are in conversations with people, you have absolutely no HUD. But then what makes it even worse is when you come out of that conversation, you also have no HUD. The only time the HUD ever reappeared for me was when I was sat in the back of the car with Dexter Deshawn. Other than that, I had nothing. When I got back out of the car after the conversation, my entire HUD disappeared again. So go into Victor, the fixer-upper, and initiating the conversation to get the new implants and stuff. I have absolutely no idea what fucking dialogue option I am choosing. The entire HUD disappears, and there is no way to get it back. I have all the settings on, so the HUD should be there. But with this, not only is it irritating because you can't see your objective, you have no, you just have an on-screen marker to show you whereabouts your objective is located. You have no idea what your objective is, so you have to listen to absolutely everything. But then when it comes to choice in the game, if I remember correctly, there is a part where you're talking to Victor and you have a choice to either never go see him again or something like that, or pay him the 18 grand back for the implants he gave you, or it's something like that. And because of these dialogue options not popping up, because my HUD has completely disappeared, I can't choose what to do in certain situations. So if there's situations where you choose one option and people consider being friendly, or you pick another one and it initiates a fight, I don't have a clue what one I'm picking. And this lasted for at least half an hour. So I don't know if my HUD's ever going to come back. I don't know if I launch the game again, will the HUD be there? I don't know if it's going to disappear again at any point. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to return to the game already, and I've only put an hour into it on the console, and I'm just not excusing CD Projekt Red. People always say, give a game 6 months to a year to be good. This game's had over a year, and it's still got game-breaking fucking bugs like this. As I said with Jackie having the gun randomly appear, I would have dropped it. It's a minor bug. It didn't affect any of the gameplay, he just looked like an idiot. It was actually quite a funny one. But when your HUD completely disappears, you don't know which dialogue options you're choosing, you don't know what your objectives are, or anything like that, it does take the piss. And if it was a new release, it would be a little bit more acceptable. Still, like, not acceptable, but a little bit more. Or you could excuse it a little bit because it's a new release. And you can't say, yeah, but next gen's a new release. Because they've been working on the game for 14 months. So realistically, all they should have done is added a couple of new bits in or whatever they've done for upgrades. And then all they needed to do was just enhance everything so that it's optimized for the Series X and S. But they haven't optimized it. They've made it even worse. And yeah, it might just be one bug, and a lot of people might not see it as game breaking because the game still works. But the game doesn't work because you can't follow story or anything like that because you don't know what you're choosing when it comes to dialogue. And because of that, when a character's talking to you and the prompt comes up to interact with something, take an item, or just respond to them in general, even if there is no choice in that response, you have to sit there and wait for them to pause for a few seconds before it registers, oh, I need to press something to carry on with the conversation, but I don't know because it's not popping up on my screen. So right now, I'm steering well clear of Cyberpunk on the console. I play on the Series X, and there is no way I am returning to the game knowing full well that issues like this are around. Because I don't want to sit there wanting to enjoy the game and have things like this pop up whenever they want to and just ruin absolutely everything. As I said, sitting in the car with Dexter, absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever. But before I got in that car, and after I got out of the car, no HUD at all. And when I say no HUD, that means no minimap, no objective popping up, no, like at the bottom left where you've got your grenades and where you can call in your car and stuff, none of that's there. The only thing that does pop up still are your subtitles. So I can see exactly what like other characters in the game are saying, but when it comes to my character and what I want to respond with, yeah, don't happen. And I don't care if they're going to fix this in a week or in 2 weeks or however long. I've paid money for this product that's been available for 14 months and just been enhanced for the next generation or the current generation of consoles. I kind of expect a decent experience. Not one where I'm constantly like trying to think ahead of the game and like trying to figure out what I need to do to actually progress in a conversation and trying to work out if the top or the bottom dialogue choice is going to be more beneficial for me, and also trying to guess which one I'm actually responding with. Because the D-pad works, I can go up and down, I can choose different options, but I can't see them, so I don't know what I'm actually choosing. And I know for a fact that this is an issue, it's not something that I've just missed a setting or something like that, because it was happening when I first started playing, and I actually watched other videos on YouTube to see if there were any differences, and especially the part where you go into Victor and you have the implants put in at the start of the game. Yeah, it's fucking bugged for me. Doesn't work. And it might just be me that experiences it. There might be a few other people, but it's the fact that it still exists. So what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.